Welcome. You're watching the Thrift Store Rundown, where we bring Hollywood home on a budget. Yes, folks, spring has technically sprung, but for me, it won't really be spring until the sun begins to sing. Yet, there is one positive trade-off for these remaining days of inclement weather, especially here in the Northeast. The transition from rich, hearty, stick-to-your-ribs comfort food to comfort food that's still relatively hearty, yet lighter, vibrant, almost spring-like in taste and appearance, yet no less delicious. These type of recipes generally require the use of one pan or pot that's gonna do you wonders. In this case, it would be one pot, your Dutch oven. And provided that your Dutch oven is either a Le Creuset or Cuisinart, if you're willing to save a few bucks, if you have one of those two Dutch ovens, you're gonna want to have this. This is America's Test Kitchen's Cook It in Your Dutch Oven Cookbook. 150 foolproof recipes tailor-made for your kitchen's most versatile pot. Because we are, in essence, ATK'S unofficial low-cost critique headquarters, I picked it up for $4.99. If you want to know the full price with tax, $5.32. And yes, you saw me almost sprinting to Unique in Patterson to pick this up. Last time I neglected an ATK cookbook, I lost the Slow Cooking Revolution Easy Prep cookbook. I wasn't about to let history repeat itself. We'll do whatever it takes to make sure that we have an ATK cookbook in our library, no matter the cost. Anyway, we'll get to the Slow Cooking Revolution Easy Prep cookbook another time. For now, let's get into this, first via ATK's lens. Shall we go Dutch? We begin first and foremost with the Dutch Oven's rating guide. They tested 11 Dutch ovens priced from $54.31 to the most expensive, $367.99. If you're willing to shell out almost $370 if you really got the trust fund, you ought to get the highly recommended Le Creuset 7 1/4 round Dutch oven. It had a perfect 3-star rating in all 3 factors for each of the Dutch oven's success: cooking, ease of use, and durability. Each of the Dutch ovens here come with that 3-star rating. It varies from Dutch oven to Dutch oven based on performance. That performance is summarized in these brief paragraphs for each of the Dutch ovens. The best buy? The Cuisinart Chef's Classic Enameled Cast Iron Covered Casserole Dutch Oven, $83.70. Yeah, that's still expensive, but significantly less than the Le Creuset. It's less durable because, well, it chips if you're not really careful with it, but it doesn't really affect the performance. Heck, it got a perfect 3-star rating for cooking. 2.5 stars for ease of use and durability. So that's the best buy if you want to save a few bucks, and if you're looking to splurge in the name of recipes that work, the Le Creuset is your best bet. I will leave Lisa McManus's full Dutch oven testing video in the description below. But for now, we better utilize one of the 2 Dutch ovens, or realistically, any Dutch oven that you find at a thrift store that's good quality yet used, to make these one-pot dinners. I'm gonna go over them briefly. Easy weeknight chicken tacos, Mediterranean chicken with eggplant and spinach, couscous risotto with chicken and spinach, classic chicken curry. Paella with no photograph in here. Oh, there you go. I stand corrected. Chicken pot pie with spring vegetables. Which leads me to benefit number 1. Each recipe in here coming with a delicious looking photograph. Benefit number 2, and this is really the one that's gonna cause division. Slight division. You know, with any great cookbook or cooking show on DVD, they must have recipes that meet 3 requirements: quick, easy, and delicious. With this, as the late, great Meatloaf once saying, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. So quick in some instances, they are not. However, easy and delicious, they most certainly are. Some recipes in here take about 45 minutes, some take about 50 minutes, some take an hour, some take an hour and 15 minutes, some take an hour and a half, some take 2 hours. Depending on your mood for a weeknight dinner or a weekend cookie project, plan accordingly. We have here Italian sausages with white beans and kale, lamb meatballs with orzo, tomatoes and feta, halibut with roasted garlic and cherry tomatoes, Thai green curry with shrimp, snow peas and shiitakes, seared scallops with warm barley salad, green satsuka, lentils and rice with yogurt sauce and toasted almonds. The list goes on and on and on. You see where I'm going with this? The one-pot dinner section perfectly encapsulates the transition from rich, hearty, indulgent comfort food to comfort food that's a little more lighter for the waistline, yet still vibrant and flavor. Here's another recipe of record to highlight. Irish lamb stew. This is in the hearty stews and chilies section. Yes, we deliberately ignored St. Patrick's Day around here because we were continuing to air our 6th annual Odyssey to the Oscars. That's my Academy Awards review series that I do every year. It's the marquee event. And also, I was on a break from filming. I mean, that series, that was a backbreaker. It was a lot of fun, but a backbreaker. So hopefully this Irish lamb stew, which will take you about 3 hours to make and serve 6 people, will make up for lost time. Anyway. That leads me to another point in here. Yes, this book has the requisite soups, stews, and chilies that one would associate with any one-pot wonder meal, a Dutch oven, or just a regular stock pot. However, we also have foolproof roasts, casseroles, artisan quality breads, and yes, desserts. So you got a real well-rounded output of recipes here that really look as delicious as only you can make them. So your results may vary depending on the differences between your efforts and the efforts of the test cooks who made the photographs for this cookbook. Regardless, the Dutch oven is the most useful pot in your kitchen. It may be a prized pot, but if you really know your Dutch oven's true value in cooking, you'll get better results when you prepare dishes of all kinds in this multitasker, thanks to its cast iron construction and a heavy lid that traps moisture for succulent meats and suddenly crisp breads. The broad surface browns food like a dream, and deep sides accommodate nearly every meal. Even desserts such as a rustic cobbler, like this one, or molten chocolate cake benefit from the pot's superior heat retention, staying perfectly warm at the table. So make room in the front of your cabinet, because with this book, and either the Le Creuset or the Cuisinart Dutch ovens, you'll be reaching for them again and again. This retails for $29.99 in the US and $39.99 in Canada. Let us do one more quick picture walk backwards as we go through the modus operandi for any great ATK cookbook. This one happens to differ from that modus operandi. Ingredient suggestions? There are none. Equipment ratings and suggestions? Well, you saw them. And it's only fitting that the only equipment suggestion and indispensable rating guide they give you is for a Dutch oven. Hello? It is the heart of this book. It's in the title. Cook it in your Dutch oven. I don't think any other equipment suggested in here, albeit nice to put in, would be necessary in here. There are brief photographs here beneath the instructions that give you brief ingredient preparation tips. Plus, you get a more thorough guide to testing your Dutch oven at home, plus how to make the Dutch oven work for you, besides browning and roasting and all that good stuff. You can use it for deep frying, you can use it for baking, heck, you can even go millennial style and use it for these 4 great hacks. You see them right here. Plus, it gives you a cleaning guide so you can keep it pristine. I'm gonna give it 4.5 out of 5 claps. Never has going Dutch looked or sounded more delicious. for watching TSR. Now, to see another awesome review like this one, click here. If you want to become a Hollywood bargain hunter, click here to subscribe. And I'll catch you on the thrift side.